Okay, guys, it looks like we are live now. Let's see if it's showing live on TikTok. No, not yet. Let me go over to chat. Let's see. Okay. So, oh boy, let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. It looks like we are live now. But I'm not seeing the live on my feed. Are you guys seeing it?
I am checking now. I see you live on TikTok, sir.
Huh. I wonder why mine's not working.
Just refresh. It takes it a minute.
Yeah, I did. All right. Well, I think we're live. Let's kick it and see what happens. So,
We're
hello
live,
everybody. Hi Alex. Hi Ronnie.
How you doing, Sam?
gentlemen.
Doing well, thank you. So it looks like people are coming in, and it looks like if you're on TikTok, do us a favor, send us something in the chat. If you're on YouTube, Rumble, or X, send us a message in the chat. We're trying this new technology and seeing if it's going to work or not. So,
Ronnie, you might turn the volume down on your phone just a little bit. I'm hearing us come back through your mic.
Okay, let me turn that down just a little bit. How about now?
Just we have to be talking to see if it echoes back.
can you hear me now? Is it
Yeah,
working?
we can hear you. Yep. I don't hear the echo. We're good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like we are live. Numbers are low again, but we'll give it a little while this time. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So, did you guys see that the entire internet is blowing up over Doge and the federal government not blocking Doge from going in? Did you hear about that?
Sure
They
did.
they can't block them because Obama created Doge under another name,
Right, exactly. Just
and they
Back in
can't.
2014,
Yep.
something, digital something.
Yep, and they can't go after Trump because he didn't create anything new.
right, exactly.
Sick.
5D chess, boys. 5D chess.
Isn't that the truth? And so many people, I mean, I've had several of my followers today send all kinds of information. Do you guys know who Nancy Drew is?
Oh yeah, I follow her. She walks around DC with the camera to show everybody everything. Yes.
Yeah, so she just posted a video showing the IRS building in DC, and there are sandbags built up all around the building. Now,
She
she's been
said,
there at least 4 years.
yeah, she said that it's been like that all 4 years.
Right. Not just the IRS building, but the FBI building, the CIA building, everything.
It's
So I
weird.
find it really interesting that
It's
that's taking
weird.
place at this point. I know.
What's up, BMW Bryson? How are you?
Alex, are you seeing chats on TikTok?
Denise said hello.
Yeah, that's the only one I see. Hi, Denise. So
Hi, welcome in. Welcome in.
if you're on TikTok, tap that screen, share this live out, and let's have hey, Mega Dave's here. Hey, Mega Dave. So, Dave, we're
Mega
trying out a
Dave.
new technology here. Let us know if in the chat if you can see us and hear us, and whether you are able to like the live.
Yep. Denise said hi. Yep. There's the hearts flowing. It's working like it's supposed to.
Okay.
How you doing, Felix? How you doing, BMW Bryson? Hello, Logan. Welcome to the room.
So it looks like it's throttling us. Hey, Mega Dave, thank you for the gifts. We have Sissy Trump from St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome, Sissy. So it looks like it is throttling us. Alex, can you see how many it's showing on your end?
17 or so, 285 likes. But again, yesterday we were around the 20 range, and after about 20 minutes or so, it was up, 80, 70, 80. So I mean, it could be the weekend, could be throttling. Let's just proceed with the show as if there's thousands.
Okay. So we've got Logan's Life on YouTube. Hello there, Logan. We have Felix Snipes on YouTube. Welcome. We have BMW Bryson on YouTube. Welcome. Logan's Life, we said hello. All right. So it looks like the chats are working. So again, everybody, if you would double tap that screen, if you're on X, YouTube, or Rumble, please give us the positive affirmation button or the thumbs up. It would be appreciated. We have Weezer here. Hey, Weezer.
Did you
So-
see? Did you see Trump's post from an hour ago? He who saves his country does not violate any law.
Yes, and that has been the recurring theme that it has to go according to the letter of the law. And I think that's what's happening. And like I was saying with Nancy Drew, she's been in DC for, well, at least I've been following for about 4 or 5 years now. And she has taken footage of everything from the fences that were put around the Capitol to the buildings of the 3-letter agencies. And it's just amazing how desolate the area is. And as I reported on this morning, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but the search engine traffic for BleachBit, and hard drive assembling, and all of these crazy terms are off the charts.
Lawyers,
yep.
Houses for sale.
Yeah, that's a whole nother one.
Mike Lee posted, the supposed constitutional crisis isn't real. It existed under Biden, not Trump. Yet they never spoke of it then. Rick Scott replied, thanks to President Trump, A. Bueller, Secretary Rubio, and Steve Witkoff, 11 American hostages have now been released. That's leadership. John Kennedy responded, the same people screaming at President Trump for auditing federal spending agree with President Biden's hiring of 80,000 new IRS agents with guns to audit the American people.
Yeah. So we've got Sissy Trump from St. Louis, Missouri. We have Sheila Dean is here. Hey, Sheila. Mega Dave said DC's been empty since 2020. Yeah, Dave, I agree. I've been watching that for years now, and it's amazing that the mainstream media hasn't covered it. Well, I shouldn't say it's amazing. It's probably not amazing, but it's very interesting, the level of desolation that's in DC right now. And remember when they put the fences up around the Capitol the first time in 2021? Nancy Drew figured out that those fences were locked not from the outside. I mean, not from the inside, but from the outside, which would indicate that people were being kept in, not kept out. I found that interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
any update on that structure that's being built outside the Capitol or the White House?
They're actually deconstructing it now since inauguration is over. We looked at it last night.
Wow.
Yeah. Denise Malberg from South Carolina. Welcome, Denise. Mega Dave said, and now we know why the Democrats were paying them. Yeah, no kidding, Dave.
Right.
Isn't that the truth?
Representative Andy Biggs, the left's latest scare tactic would have Americans believe that a duly elected president exposing extreme government fraud and waste is a threat to our republic. This is the republic at its best.
Exactly. They are just scrambling. They're in meltdown mode.
What was it Lisa said? If they're a squealing, they're a stealing.
Exactly. Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh, that's so true. Hey, everybody on TikTok, send us a message in the chat. Let us know where you're located so we can say hello. It looks like maybe this new feed is going to work. I'm not sure. We're still pretty low on numbers, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Could be the weekend too.
Hey, everybody on TikTok, we have a daily goal set up. We usually do, but with this new system, can you tell me whether or not you're seeing the daily goal and what it is? Mega Dave said it was a media area for inauguration, I guess. Yeah, could be, Dave. I'm not convinced that we have an accurate explanation of what that whole situation was, that structure. What do you guys think?
I don't think it was anything nefarious. I think it was built specifically for the inauguration. It was going to be inside, and then it was going to be outside, and then I think the glass structure outside was so that he could be protected on the inside of it. But I don't know. Yes, Sam, I do see your daily goal, bud.
Okay. Oh, Mama Soprano said, yeah, 500 roses. Yes, Mama Soprano, thank you for confirming that. We've got Jack Self 849 from Oklahoma. Denise Malmberg is here as well. So, as I said, we have some serious things hitting the news. I'm wondering, I find it hard to believe that in 3 weeks' time, the Trump administration would have the ability, even with AI, to scour the records and find what they've been finding as quickly as they have, which leads me to think that they most probably have been doing it for some time. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. I mean, it was 4 or 5 years ago when Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency, was created, and I find it ironically that Elon is the head of Doge now. So I think it's been rolled out years ago. They're just playing it out.
Yeah, you could be right. Mama
Well,
Soprano, thank you for the roses. It's appreciated. Dave,
and who's to say that in his first term um, was when we found all of this, so they knew where to look pretty quickly. I mean, there's multiple ways that this could play out.
right,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Multiple ways.
Yeah, I agree. Mega Dave said, is there an explanation from our side on the 100 billion still missing from Ukraine? No, Dave, not that I know of, but I did see today that Zelensky was not invited to the meeting between President Trump and President Putin in Saudi Arabia. That tells you a whole lot, right?
Sam, on Restream,
Yeah.
go ahead and close the chat on the window. Remember, because it's laying both TikTok chat. If you're on TikTok, it's laying their chat over the top of, which makes it hard to read.
I forget how to do that, Alex.
You just chat overlay.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Sissy Trump said, hope it's for all the bad people in our government. Well, it is, Sissy. They have been notified. They know what's coming, and they're in panic mode. Hey, Laura Chin's here. Hey, Laura. 5x5. Excellent. Thank you for that information from YouTube. Mega Dave, thanks for the roses. And Mama Soprano said, not all the workers are bad. I agree. I think that the nefarious people, for the most part, are the people at the top. They're the ones that can control the flow of information. They can control the flow of people. And I think I think you're absolutely right, Mama Soprano. They are not all bad. I would say a very small percentage of them are bad. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
100% agree.
100%. You know, where there's good, there's a little bit of bad. Where there's bad, there's a little bit of good. Yin and yang.
Well, it's kind of the argument too for AI. Some people are out there screaming about AI is going to, topple the Americans or topple society. It's like anything else. Something can be used for good or can be used for bad. Whether it's a knife, whether it's a pen, whether it's AI. And I believe that AI is going to be a benefit to humanity. How it's going to play out long term, how it's going to look, I don't know. But I think these people screaming at the top of their lungs about AI taking over humanity, I just don't see it. What do you guys think?
Absolutely, it will. Elon Musk said himself, the future of the world is a danger with AI. That's the most dangerous thing coming our way.
If the guidance is not there, I think some oversight is going to help with that. But I mean, one rotten apple spoils the whole barrel, right? And then you have to throw the whole barrel out and start over. And so, I think what we're going to see is a whole lot of barrels going overboard here real quick.
Right. I agree. And Mama Soprano said, AI makes me think of stuff I may have not thought of. I use it at work. Again, Mama Soprano, I agree. I don't think AI is inherently bad. As Alex said, I think who controls that AI would lead to whether or not it's being used for useful purposes or not. But
I think
again,
any tool in the wrong hands could be used for nefarious purposes.
Exactly. It's the same argument with the pew-pews.
Yep.
And that's been an argument for decades. It depends on the intentions of the person that's wielding that tool, whatever it might be. Mama Soprano said, I'm sure the tech geeks realize it could be a security risk. Well, I'm sure they do too. And I think that they have taken precautions to safeguard Americans and humanity in general. I really believe that there is a much greater force in our existence that guides the hand. Some people call it God, some people call it life force, some people call it different things, but that entity, I believe, has humanity's best interest at heart. What do you guys
Well,
think?
it's like the Autobahn, right? You go to Germany, there's an Autobahn, there's a highway, and there's no speed limit. And you can do 200, 300 miles an hour in a supercar, right?
Right.
And so the the probability of something happening is there, but the probability is low because people understand the risks. People understand the that it needs guardrails, right? So we're not going head on into the other lanes. That if you're in the slower lanes, you stay to the side. If you're in the faster lanes, it's all about guardrails on the systems. And so as we move forward in the technology and understand that, there are possibilities and probabilities that can game out in a very nefarious way with the right guardrails. You want to allow that technology to thrive, to really just flourish and grow. That's what advances us as a society, as a civilization, is those technological advances. And over the last 50 years, technology for several hundred years was like this, and then you hit the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s to now, and technology is just going through the roof. So 20 years from now, who knows what's going to Neuralink and plugging in and the Matrix. And yeah, we could go nefarious, or, like Elon said, somebody that went to battle for our country and had a severe spinal injury and can no longer walk or use their arms or legs now has the ability through the exosuits to run a sub-minute mile. Like, what?
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Exactly. And I think that there are multiple ways to look at it, as you said, Alex. And I truly believe that there is a force greater than ourselves that is safeguarding humanity. Now, does that mean that we're not going to have a bumpy road? Well, I don't necessarily think so. I think, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and do you guys know what the trolley car experiment is?
Do tell.
So he was saying that if the good guys are truly in control, why are people dying? And if you look at it from a 40,000 foot perspective, and you look at the possibilities of why are people dying, well, the trolley car experiment basically shows that a trolley car is on a track. And the person who's controlling that trolley car can send that trolley in one direction on one line of the track and unalive 3 people that are on that track. Or that same trolley can be redirected to another side of the track where 100 people would be unalived. And that person has to choose between 3 or 100. And sometimes that trolley car director chooses the 3 as opposed to the 100 because there's less loss of life. But that's a philosophical question that I think really has some bearing on what we're going through now. Is there things happening that, if we're not directed by the Patriots, would have been much greater loss of life? I think so. I mean,
Well,
if we
there's always going to be the human element, right? Evil has existed and will always exist. I don't think we'll ever completely rid the world of people doing bad things. There are bad people and they do bad things. But I think that the number of good-hearted, God-fearing, good people way outnumber that. And what we're witnessing right now is the rebalancing of that, because those that didn't have the best interest had the bullhorn, they had the loudest voice, they had the ability to push a narrative that is not reality, right? And those of us that do want better for our fellow man have decided that, you know what, it's time for us to step forward and raise our voices with the leadership that we currently have in place, I think we stand a pretty good chance of making that happen.
Right. I agree. Mama Soprano had a really good quote. She said, "The will of God will never take you where the grace of God will not protect you."
Amen.
Very, very profound words. So
100%.
it looks like, Alex, at least on my end, I don't think this stream is as profitable or as far-reaching as the regular stream. What do you think?
When was the last time we went live at 1 o'clock on a Saturday?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Leonard Little said, "Love you, Sam. Keep doing what you're doing." Thank you, Leonard. Yes, I will. And it has been just amazing the amount of people that I have met and have been able to interact with by doing this podcast. I just love it. So much information, so much wisdom is getting communicated. It's just amazing. Dale posted a Trump tank. Did you guys see that in the chat?
I did.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. So if you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, share this live out. If you can contribute to our daily goal, that would be great. If you're on X, YouTube, or Rumble, give us the thumbs up or the positive affirmation button. And if you would like to send us a message or a question on YouTube, X, or Rumble, just put it in the chat. We should be able to see it, I think, at this point.
CNN Media came out and said, media elites weigh boycott of White House to support AP's feud. Carrie Lake responded on Truth Social, "Don't threaten us with a good time, media elites."
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that's another good example of we have Carrie Lake, who was clearly robbed of the election. And as opposed to pushing that lie, what happened? They put her in a position that would help the media, the patriotic media, that is. And I think that's a perfect example.
Well, CNN put out the headline, "Trump officials fired nuclear staff, not realizing they oversee the country's stockpile of weapons," sources say. What are your sources, CNN? Because that's total bullshit.
Exactly. I agree.
And we all see through it.
It's exactly right. But again, we have to look at the tilt of the mainstream media. They're no longer blatantly and mercilessly attacking President Trump. They know, whether they're being controlled or not, they know that that's not going to get them the ratings that they want. And when you have a 70% decrease in your viewing audience, it's time to make some changes, because the shareholders are not going to be happy with that.
Wild times, my friend.
Yeah. So Mr. Boyette 1112 said, "What's up with the chemtrails? RFK stated first day he was going to stop it. Still in Southern California today." I think we have to give him time. I think that, a lot of people have been kind of scrutinizing President Trump. He's only been in office for 3 weeks. I mean, there's only so much that can be accomplished in so much time. I mean, would you agree, Alex?
There's been more done in 3 weeks than the last 4 years. More cuts in spending than all 8 years of Reagan. We just got to be patient. And I think by the time we hit the end of the 100 days, we're going to look back and our head is going to spin just like an owl, 360 degrees.
Right, so exactly.
We just got to be patient. The fact that he went on national television, again, conspiracy theories, and talked about chemtrails. How many years have we been talking about the documentary? What in the world are they spraying? This is,
that was
15,
25 years ago.
I mean, hello. It took that long for it to make it to the mainstream narrative. It's going to take a while for it to be resolved. I believe.
I agree. And the other side of that, you can look at it from this perspective. If they were to stop the chemtrails completely, let's just say, for argument's sake, that those planes up there spraying something are no longer spraying toxic chemicals, But in order to bring the public's consciousness to it, they have to be able to see those trails in the sky. So there is a possibility that the Patriots have already taken care of it, but they're spraying something to keep people's attention on it so that they can bring the people that are responsible to justice at some point in the future.
100%. Mama D said everything is moving so fast yet so slow. Never seen a president work so hard for us. Amen.
I agree. 100% I agree. And, for those of us who have been awake a long time, things are moving at light speed compared to what they have been in the last 10 years. So I, for one, who've been in this fight for many, many years, am very pleased seeing what we're seeing happen as quickly as we're seeing it happen. And it's kind of like the cruise ship. You put in a new destination or a new course on a cruise ship. How many miles does it take for that cruise ship to actually make that turn and start on the new direction? It takes miles for that to happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't turn on a dime.
True statement.
Everybody on TikTok, if you would, double tap that screen and share this live out. If you're on X, YouTube, or Rumble, please give us the thumbs up or the positive affirmation button. It's appreciated.
At the same time, Sam, going along the cruise ship narrative, a simple 1 degree shift, folks, just a simple little 1 degree shift, though in a minute, in an hour, even in a day, it's not that much, right? That 1 degree shift. But when you start talking 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year, that 1 degree shift, you could be completely around on the other side of the world. So we just have to be patient. We know the 1 degree shifts are happening. We know that things are changing. We're seeing the tide turning. We're seeing the American public wake up to the wasteful spending. And I think, Trump said it many times. If you rob a bank or a jewelry store and get caught, you don't get to keep the diamonds.
Right, exactly.
And these people are not going to get to keep their houses and their funds and all of these things that are happening, right? Like it's going to be quite a spectacle to see when they have to pay the piper. But
I agree.
Disclosure's happening.
100%, I agree. So we have Tracy here from Ohio. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Hey, if you can, send us a message in the chat, whether it's YouTube, Rumble, or X, or TikTok. Let us know where you're located so we can say hello. As I said earlier, everybody, we're trying out this new technology, and what we're doing is we're taking one stream and we're feeding it to 4 different platforms. So it may not look the same as it normally does, and it may not function as it normally does, but hang in there with us. We're kind of doing a test today to see whether or not this is something we want to continue with.
We've doubled in the last 10, 15 minutes, so it's not the normal numbers, but again, we're split testing weekends, weekdays, afternoons, mornings. I think if we just keep being consistent, Sam, everyone will start to get the notification. So,
well, I'm wondering if we're at about a half an hour now. I'm wondering if we should end this feed and start one just on TikTok to see if it's a difference. What do you think?
We did it yesterday, and it took about the same amount of time to ramp up. It's your show. I'm 100% behind you. Whatever
You're the tech guru, brother. If you think we should keep going, I'm going to keep going. If you think we should end it and start over on TikTok, I'm open to that too.
We certainly can try. We'll lose any of the other 3 platforms, X, Rumble, and YouTube, which you guys are welcome to come over to TikTok and follow us there if you'd like. Sam, if you want to end this and start it over, we certainly can.
Okay, let's try it. I'm just kind of curious, Alex. I'm really just trying to figure out whether or not this is something that is going to work in the long term. And I think I can do it. I can set it up on my phone to stream the restream like I did before. You know what I mean?
Understood.
Okay, so let's see. I think we're going to end this stream. We're going to restream on TikTok Direct, and then restream will have the feed on X, YouTube, and Rumble. So give us about 5-10 minutes, and we're going to come back on in a different mode.
I don't think it'll take that long.
Yeah, it probably won't take that long, but hang in there. We're going to try it and see what happens.